Hello. In this video, you will see how to search in the Bemidji State University Library's instance of PsycINFO and PsycARTICLES. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please do so first. Otherwise, let's get going. PsycINFO and PsycARTICLES are both library databases subscribed to by the BSU Library. As such, links to both are available through the library's online resources list. If you're on the front page of the library's homepage, bemidjistate.edu/library, you'll find this A to Z online resources list that appears immediately below the one search box. Click that, which will take you to our A to Z databases list. PsycINFO and PsycARTICLES both start with the letter P, so I will go ahead and click the P in order to get to exactly where I need to go. If you look under the hood of these two databases, they contain different data, but in general, the search function acts pretty much the same in both. Because of these similarities, I'll show you an example today from PsycINFO, but know that you'll have a similar user experience using PsycARTICLES. Even before typing in a word into the search box, there are many available options to narrow down your search results to only include the types of sources you want in your results list. If you are looking for peer-reviewed journal articles, go ahead and click Limit to Peer-Reviewed. This will weed out any book chapters, dissertations, trade magazine, or non-peer-reviewed journal results from your search. Scrolling down farther along the advanced search page, you have other options as well to modify what exactly you're searching in. PsycINFO includes results from all over the world, and so you might find it useful to only retrieve results written in English. You can do that by modifying your search results to only include the English language. As we scroll back up to the top, you may also include a publication range to rule out retrieving results that are maybe too old. Once your filters are in place, add a search term or two into the search box. The default search option is Anywhere. This means whatever terms you include in the box will search in every field in a record. This includes fields like the title, the author, the abstract, the keywords, the subject heading, etc. Searching with Anywhere will likely give you more search results. More results might be helpful if you're unsure of the efficacy of your search terms, but it may also lead to retrieving articles that are only tangentially related to your topic, since the terms you've searched might only be mentioned offhandedly in an abstract, but not have too much to do with the actual article itself. For a more advanced approach to pin down useful and relevant search terms to find highly relevant terms to search, use the thesaurus available above the search boxes on the advanced search page. For example, I want to do a search for ADHD, but I know that ADHD isn't the formal term to use when looking for articles on this topic, but I'm not actually sure if I should be using attention deficit hyperactive disorder or something else. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in ADHD into my search terms in the thesaurus here, click Find, and locate ADHD as a term. So now I have located the official subject term for ADHD within PsycINFO. So it's attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity, which I'm glad I looked up because now I know that ADHD isn't the correct term and nor is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I can also click this box right here to expand a little bit more information about this term, including related terms if there are certain terms that I want to see that maybe would be connected to the words I'm looking for. The great thing about these subject terms is that you know that if an article has an assigned subject term, you can be pretty positive that the subject is an important part of the piece. You can even build a search using these terms by checking which term you want to use and clicking Add to Search. Now my search will only include article results that are more about ADHD, because it will only include articles that have a subject heading attached to it that is attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. I'm interested in finding articles on learning styles in ADHD, so I'm also going to add learning into the other search box and then click search. On the results page, I see I have 283 results. And on the left-hand side here, I can add or remove even more filters depending on my result list. I always like to expand the methodology list to see what types of articles I have. At this point, I want to exclude some of these methodology types because I don't want to see, for example, any literature reviews in my results. Even though literature reviews are published within peer-reviewed articles, they are not something that is actually an empirical or quantitative study. They are a review of those types of studies. So those actually aren't going to be helpful for me. So I'm going to exclude this literature reviews and click apply so I can bring my results down a little bit more. If a result looks promising, I can quickly read a summary by clicking Show Abstract. The abstract and the subject headings below tell you what the article is about. These areas offer the best understanding of what the article is about before reading it. If you find an article that is useful to you, take note of the other subjects you might want to include in another search. So let's say you see that learning disabilities instead of just learning is helpful for you. You may want to include the word disabilities in the next search that you perform by writing that into the search box at the top of the page. For some results, they also include a link to the references. I definitely recommend looking at the references when they're available because these are all of the materials that this article that potentially looks promising to you have cited. What this allows you to do is view even more articles that are related to or similar to the topic that you are already researching. It's likely you'll find some more things that you wouldn't find in your initial search by looking at these references. Once you find an article you want to read in PsycINFO, you'll be able to access that article. If the article has been published open source, which basically means it's available for free, PsycINFO will sometimes link to it directly if it can. If not, click on the BSU links to full text option, which you will see on the right-hand side of the page. This will take you to the library's online catalog. This will either allow you to find the full text within another database or service available through the library, or in this case, take you to the ILL form where you can request to get this article from another library.